And we are back here for game number 2 between NJCU and Rowan. The Profs won game number 1, 8-0 in 5 innings. And Anderson, the shortstop, was a big part of it. She led off just a moment ago before we were able to hop on the air. And she singled to left field on an 0-2 pitch. And left fielder Lombardo now due up. So similar lineup to game number 1 with a couple of changes. Anderson leading off for Rowan at shortstop. Lombardo is the left fielder. And she bats second, as Mezzi deals the 2-0 pitch, called strike. The right fielder in this game will be Smith. Morgan Smith had a homer in the last game. Another homer in that game was by Kitty Mae Mackes, and she will get the start at first base. She's the cleanup hitter. As a called strike, 2-2. Gerard is at third base again, batting 5th. Piote is the catcher, batting 6th. Sharma's the second baseman, batting 7th. Short will be the DP in this game, batting 8th, and Moeller, the center fielder, bats 9th. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball. Flores, not in time. And a single for Lombardo.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 8, Morgan Smith.
Defensively for NJCU, Christina Mezzi throws again to Ariana Scrima behind the plate. First base is Gianna Benakista. Dulce Almonte is the flex player in this game. She is the second baseman. Dianora Flores at short. Hannah Gavin at third. Kayla Clark in left. Julie Squio, captain of the outfield, in center. And Melissa Mendoza in right. Carrie Ann Smith is the umpire behind the plate in this game. And G. McDonald in the field. 2-ball count here to Smith. Ira Thor with you at the Thomas M. Garrity Athletic Complex in Jersey City. Rowan with the win, now 18-6-1 in the year. Gothic Knights have dropped their last 15 games, primarily in NJAC play, where they're now 0-9. 3-ball count here to Smith. Rowan threatening here in the first. That's a called strike. That's high for ball 4. And the bases are loaded.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 31, Katie Mackes.
So Mackes, who hit a 2-run homer, a line drive down the left field line, the first of her career, she gets the start in this game. At first, she is a cleanup hitter, hitting .267, and as a called strike. One ball, one strike. And she was hit by the pitch with the bases loaded. It'll hurt temporarily, but it'll put up a run on the scoreboard. As Rowan leads 1-0, still the bases loaded.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 26, Cass Gerard.
So Gerard now steps in, the third baseman. Pop-up, foul. Almonte is going to give it a look, but that's out of play. Gerard is a junior from Wayne Valley High School in Wayne, New Jersey. At 5 foot, one of the 2 smallest players in the lineup, but got a good batting average. Ground ball, Almonte boots it, flips to Benakista. She gets the out at first. It's a productive out for Gerard, who drives in Lombardo. It's 2-0.
Now batting, the catcher, number 6, Nicole Piote.
Now 1 away. 2-0 Rowan. And the catcher, Peyote. Peyote is a senior from Oakland, Indian Hills High School in northern Bergen County. One ball, one strike. Ground ball, foul. Peyote had the only error in game one for Rowan in what otherwise was a fairly well-defended game for both teams. The only mistake NJCU made ended up turning into a forced play, so NJCU did not commit any errors in game one. Ground ball, foul. And it remains 1-2. Beautiful day in Jersey City. High 70s, sunny skies, light breeze, and that's fouled off again. In the air left field, Clark's going to come in. Flores goes out. It's going to fall in. An RBI single for Peyote. Smith scores. Makos the third. It's 3-0.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 34, Sonia Sharma.
And that's bloop towards left center. That will score another run as Mackus comes in. And Rowan leads 4-0.
Now batting, the designated player, number 22, Mackenzie Short.
Peyote goes to second on that as Mackus scores. So head coach Mark Del Volpe is out to have a conversation with Mezzi. Carrie Ann Smith, the umpire in this game, looks on. And Rowan, 4 runs and 4 hits, still just 1 out in a game that just got underway. Ground ball, shortstop, Flores will get the force at third as Short is safe at first. First pitch by Short is a fielder's choice to shortstop. Sharma now at second base. Peyote's out 6-5. So Muller, the center fielder, hitting .379. Chopper in front of the plate rolls foul. Bunts this one foul again. 0-2. Muller walked twice and scored twice in the first game today. Foul tip here, and she remains alive. That is high. And that fouled away. 1-2 remains. Offer to that one, strike 3. And she's down for the final out. But Rowan with 4 runs here in the first inning, 4 hits. They leave 2 for an early lead, 4-0. And we're back here in Jersey City. Here's our lineup for NJCU in game number 2. Julie Squeal will lead off again, playing center. Dinora Flores at shortstop, batting second. Hannah Gavin at third, hitting third. And one change, Ariana Scrimo now the catcher and cleanup hitter. Christina Mezzi is the pitcher and batting fifth. Gianna Benakista, who was the cleanup hitter, will now slide to the number 6 spot at first base. Melissa Mendoza in right field batting 7th. Kayla Clark in left field hitting 8th. And Ariel Cortez has made a little music malfunction. Will get the start at DP and bat 9th in this game. Dulce Almonte, the second baseman, and she's the flex player, will not bat. Julie Squeal with 101 career hits. And that is a called strike. The umpire, Carrie Ann Smith, has a little bit of delayed call here. Foul back towards us. Remains 0-2. On the year, Lauren Shannon. This is her 10th start and her 13th appearance, 3 in relief. She's 5-1 with 2 complete games, 1 solo shutout, 2 shared shutouts. That's wide of the plate. 40.1 innings, struck out 28. She's walked 21. She's allowed just 17 runs and only 35 hits in 40 innings, a .233 opposing batting average. Good year for Shannon. Second most used pitcher on the staff behind their ace DiDomenico and Squio. Off-speed pitch there goes down on strikes. So first out, and it'll be Flores. First pitch is popped away by Flores. Foul ball. Scoreboard here at the Garrity Complex is wireless, and sometimes it works great, sometimes it gets stuck. Right now it just got stuck. I think we solved that problem, but 0-1 count. Good pitch inside there as Flores swings through it to make it 0-2. Strike three looking. Flores down on strikes.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 2, Hannah Gavin.
Back-to-back strikeouts by Shannon. Good start for her, and Hannah Gavin will try to change that as she steps to the plate, batting .333. Swung on and missed. Strike one. Gothic Knights having a difficult time so far figuring out Shannon. Shannon, a sophomore, also out of Sewell, New Jersey, Washington Township. 5'7" right-hander. Swung on a miss, strike two. This Rowan squad, anchored by two sophomore pitchers, and Kim Wilson's team is going to be set for 3 years, including this one, as they have youth in the circle, and good youth indeed. Swung on and missed, and Shannon strikes out the side here in the first. 3 up, 3 down, second inning coming up. And we're back here for inning number 2. Anderson, the shortstop. She's had a hit every time she's come to the plate today, with the exception of a leadoff walk in game 1. She singled and scored the first run here today. She had 2 doubles in game 1. Foul back towards us. Just a terrific player. Game 1, Anderson 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs, 2 runs, and a walk. And when the ball's hit to her at shortstop, you pretty much have no chance. .981 fielding percentage on the year at shortstop. Only 2 errors the entire season. Rowan as a team doesn't make a lot of errors. They only have 19 on the year, including game 1 today, at .975 fielding percentage. 3 balls and 1 strike. And that's line to center field. Squeal on the run, off the wall. And we'll have her 3rd double of the day. And Anderson now has 13 on the year. Double to straightaway center. Julie Squeal got a great read on it, but it was just hit with such force and such zip that it was overhead straightaway 220. It hit base of the wall, so you could figure out exactly how far that was hit. Left to right field, that is easily a home run. Lombardo steps in now, hitting exactly 400 on the year after single scoring in the first. And a 1 ball, 1 strike count to her. Chopper to Flores. Throw is not in time.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 8, Morgan Smith.
So single to shortstop. Anderson has to stay put second. And I'll bring up the right fielder, Smith. Smith walked and scored in the first inning. Smith had a solo home run in the 4th inning of game 1. Smith with 6 homers on the year. As a called strike, 2-1. NJCU's field percentage on the year is about 50 points lower than Rowan. .932 overall. They've committed 47 errors overall. It's been one of their biggest problems, but shortstop has actually been a much better position than last year. Oh, liner right off of Christina Mezzi's left thigh. And everyone is safe. And Carla Mejia, the head athletic trainer, will come out and check on Carla Mejia, on Christina Mezzi. Kim Wilson also out to check on the pitcher. Rowan, good sportsmanship by Kim Wilson, the pitcher, their head coach on the opposing pitcher. Mark Del Valle also out to check on his ace. And she gives a thumbs up, I'm good. She'll probably want to ice that later, but Christina Mezzi will continue. She hobbled there for a second, as I think anyone would in that situation. She's going to throw a few warm-up pitches to make sure she is okay. So the bases are loaded, nobody out. Smith, Lombardo, Anderson, your runners at first, second, and third.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 31, Katie Mathis.
So Macus will step in with the bases loaded. And a wild pitch, and everyone advances. Swung on a miss, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out. Popped up, foul. Benakisa gives it a look, out of play. And that's lined over. Squeal recovers and makes the catch in center field on the line drive. And then a wild throw by Almonte. Gavin doing a good job preventing that from becoming an error. A line drive. Julie Squeal got a great jump on it. I thought that was going to be over her head and close to carrying off the fence. He was able to make the grab. A run still scores on the sac fly, but Squeal's defense prevents the run, because Smith would have walked home from second. So Macus with an RBI. 6-0 is your score. 1 away. Gerard now batting with Smith at third base. Fouls this one off to our right. You're watching NJCU and Rowan here on Gothic Vision. Game 2. The Profs won the first game 8-0. This is also fouled away. Gothic Knight baseball team lost game 1 to Stockton on the road in Pomona 7-0. The first time NJCU has been shut out this year. Pitcher for Stockton threw 161 pitches in game 1. No, he is not pitching game 2. The 1-2. Ground ball. They're saying it's fair. And the Gothic Knights actually end up getting a umpire. Barely made a signal. She kind of just pointed fair. And he thought it was foul. And got caught off third base, a big break. And Coach Kim Wilson has a little bit of an argument there, because she said you didn't call foul and barely made a signal. She kind of just pointed that way. And if you're the runner, you're not going to necessarily see that. Go back to first to check on Gerard. Ground ball to Flores, flip to Almonte, and the inning comes to a close. So Peyote is out as Gerard forced out 6-4, and the inning comes to a close for the Profs, but they put up 2 runs on 3 hits and leave 1. They lead 6-0. It's Ariana Scrimo. Gothic Knight catcher leading off here in the second. Scrimo, Mezzi, Benakista, the number 4, 5, and 6 hitters are due up. Popped in the air, foul over our heads. And Scrimo down on strikes.
Now batting, pitcher number 21, Christina Mezzi.
So 4 straight strikeouts swinging for Shannon to start this game. Christina Mezzi will try to change that, the opposing pitcher. And strike there to Mezzi. Strike in the outside corner. Good spot by Shannon. Stockton baseball now leading NJCU 2-0. That's in the 5th inning. Fly ball left center field, and that is going to fall in for a base hit for Christina Mezzi, and the Gothic Knights have a runner on.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 25, Gianna Benakista.
So Mezzi into no man's land, gets the first hit for her today. And the Gothic Knights to their first base runner after 4 straight strikeouts. That's high to Benakista. Two-ball count here to Benakista. Foul back. And for a second, I thought Peyote might have an opportunity. The 2-1. Little pop up over to third base. Easy play for Gerard. So 2 away. Melissa Mendoza will step in, hitting .218.
Number 15, Melissa Mendoza.
Mendoza had a walk in game 1. Hitting .218 on the season. One ball, no strikes. That's a called strike. Foul back towards us. Two balls and 2 strikes. Down the left field line. That's going to drift foul. So, Mendoza trying to keep the inning alive with Christina Mezzi at first base. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Low. Mendoza, a veteran. Good eye there, and it's 3-2. Swung on and missed. Another great pitch by Shannon. Her 5th strikeout, and the inning comes to a close. 1 hit, 1 left on. 3rd inning coming up. Third inning here in Jersey City. It'll be Sharma, Short, and Muller, the number 7, 8, and 9 hitters, due up for the Profs. And that's popped up out of play. The Profs are ranked 21st in the country, one of 2 NJAC teams that are currently ranked. You can make the case that 6 teams in this conference could be ranked right now. Inside. Stockton is 19-9, 6-2 in the league. TC&J is 17-5, 5-1 in the league. They're not receiving votes. William Patterson is receiving votes. They're 17-7, 4-2 in the league. Slow ground ball, 1 hop over to Almonte, and she flips to Benakista. Short, the DP will be up.
Now batting, the designated player, number 22, Mackenzie Short.
First pitch to Short, popped up behind home plate. Screamo does a great job losing the desk, just then left and making the catch. Good job by Ariana Screamo.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 10, Christina Muller.
And I'll bring up the center fielder, Muller. 2 outs here for Rowan. They lead 6-0. It's called strike. I mean, thank those of watching here on Gothic Vision. And a ground ball makes it 4-3 as Mueller grounds out. No runs, no hits, nobody left on.
That inning
Bottom of the third coming up for NJCU. We have a new catcher for Rowan, as Kayla Clark steps to the plate and fouls the first pitch back towards us. New catcher will be Christina Gerino. She played the first game, not at catcher. She's a freshman from West Caldwell, so Nicole Piote is out of the game. 6-0 Rowan leads here in the third. That's a called strike, 0-2. And on the inside corner, another great pitch by Shannon. Her first strikeout looking, her sixth strikeout of the game.
Player, number 6, Ariel Cortez.
Cortez will step in, hitting 167. Her first at bat of the day. She was a pinch runner late in game number 1 for Ariana Scrimo, and fouled off the catcher's glove. Called strike. 0-2. Fouled off the catcher's mask. Oh, no, she just missed it. And she has to throw it down to first. I thought that Cortez got a piece of it. No, it was just off of the glove of the catcher, Garino. And Cortez took off to first, but good job by Gerino. She's able to recover third to first. So we're going to count that as another strikeout. KS, as Cortez swung through that. And a 2-3. That's now 7 strikeouts. Shannon is having a day. And back to the top of the order for Julie Squillo. Shannon has struck out 7 of the first 9 batters on the first time around through the order. That's high. Primo swung on and missed. 2-1. Screamo. I said Screamo. Squillo. Somebody O's here. 101 career hits. That's fouled over our heads at play. Head women's bowling coach Rel Smith has joined us on a beautiful day in Jersey City. Screamo down the left field line. That's carrying and then blows back towards the left fielder. And the catch is made by Lombardo. That's going to close the inning on the F7. For NJCU, no runs, no hits, nobody left in on, and the fourth inning will come up. We're back here for the top of the fourth, and shortstop Anderson, who has now had 5 hits today, including 3 doubles. She's 2 for 2 in this game, and her average has now skyrocketed up to 482, up 50 points today. That's what happens when you have 5 hits and a walk, and pretty much double at will. What a day for her. 2 runs scored in this one. And that's in the air left field. And for the first time today, Anderson does not get on safely, as Kayla Clark comes in to make that catch. So Anderson is tremendous, but she is human. She had to make out eventually. And the left fielder Lombardo, who's also 2 for 2 in this game, steps in. The left-handed hitter has singled twice and scored twice. 1 ball count. Our scoreboard is stuck again. Bunt is dropped down. Gavin reads it, throws to first. And a 1-4. I'm sorry, a 5-4. 5-4. That's the third baseman. A bit of a brain bloop there. 2 away for the right fielder Smith, who's hitting 440. As we play on the Thomas M. Garrity softball field adjacent to Route 440 here in Jersey City. 78 degrees, sunny skies. The 0-1. And that is lined up middle for a base hit into center field. So a 2-out single, 8th hit for Rowan.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 31, Katie Mackis.
Mackis has already had a 2-run homer today in this game. 2 RBIs, a hit by pitch with the bases loaded, and a sac fly in the second inning. So officially 0 for 0, but 2 RBIs. High, 2-0. Called strike, 2-1. Correction, 2-2. That loud noise was the wind jarring the press box door loose, slamming it in. And they made a correction to the count. It is now 3-1 rather than 2-2. Called strike 3 or strike 2. It was full. I still thought there were 2 strikes. So 3-2. Count is full. Three-two count. Popped in the air, center field. Squeo underneath it, comes in, makes the catch, and the inning comes to a close. So a 2-out single, stranded at first base. 1 hit, 1 left. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It'll be Flores, Gavin, Screamo due up here in the 4th against Shannon, who is rolling. 7 strikeouts in the first 10 batters she has faced. Popped in the air, foul territory. And this time the third baseman, number 26, Sandra Gerard, makes the catch.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 2, Anna Gavin.
That is how you correctly catch a foul ball. Hannah Gavin, who's made a lot of great catches on foul balls this year as the NJCU third baseman steps in now, hitting .329. Good pitch. Gavin was a little early there, or I'm sorry, a little late actually, as that pitch fooled her up and in. Swung on and missed. Shannon again. Good movement on that pitch. Shannon is just as impressive as DiDomenico was in Game 1 for the Profs. That's high. that low. Six nothing Rowan here in the top of the fourth. They led 6-0 at this point in game number 1 as Gavin strikes out swinging. That's now 8 strikeouts for Shannon. Screamo, the catcher, was due up.
Now batting the catcher, number 24, Ariana Screamo.
It's nothing in the 5th inning when Mackes hit a home run that made it 8-0 and that forced the 8-run rule in the first game. Rowan, if they are able to keep this lead, will improve to 19-6-1. Screamo, as that is going to be a liner towards center field, a screaming line drive that falls in for a 2-out base hit. Second hit for the Gothic Knights. And Ariana Screamo now hitting well into the 300s, her average continuing the climb. Christina Meziu has the only other hit for the Knights. She steps in, her average boosted by that single. And we thank those of you watching today's game here on Gothic Vision. Game 2 popped up to shortstop, and Meziu is retired, and the inning comes to a close. So the Gothic Knights leave a 2-out runner at first base. 1 hit, 1 left. 5th inning coming up. Well, Rowan at this point in the game, in game 1, led by a score of 6-0, and they are doing so again here with 8 hits, just 2 for the Knights. All the offense came in the first 2 innings, 4 runs on 5 hits in the first inning, and they scored 2 runs on 3 hits in the second. Christina Meziu will throw to the third baseman Gerard. Ground ball, Flores fields it well and throws out Gerard by 25 feet.
Now batting the catcher, number 23, Christina Girino.
Then I'll bring up the new catcher, Girino. Christina Girino, freshman at West Caldwell, James Caldwell High School. Again, we thank those of you watching today's Game 2 here on Gothic Vision, even the one fan who decided to give us a thumbs down on the broadcast. I've never understood that. It's a free broadcast. It's not costing you anything. We're doing it out of the goodness of our hearts, as that fly will fall into left center for a base hit. Like, if you don't like something, move on. Like, don't watch. That's always driven me nuts. I mean, we don't have to do it. And you give it a thumbs down, I'm like, that makes me not want to broadcast the game. I could sit here and just keep score and have less stress, but, we try to do the right thing and bring in the games. And somebody does that. It drives you nuts. Well, greatly placed ground ball by Sharma. Gavin dove to knock it down, but everyone's going to be safe. And back-to-back singles here for Rowan. So we're going to have a pinch hitter for short. And I believe it's going to be number 21, Kelly Duffy. She's a freshman out of Sayreville, New Jersey. Sayreville War Memorial High School, a.k.a. Bon Jovi High. That's where he went. Duffy's hitting .250 on the season. Four hits and 16 at-bats. This is her 13th game. She started 3 times. Sorry to vent a little bit there. That's just always been a huge pet peeve of mine. Like, it's free. We're not charging you. You know, we could charge. And you know, if we charge, we'd be able to upgrade equipment and maybe add a second or third camera. That is lined to left center. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. Good piece of hitting there by the pinch hitter Duffy. Garino will score. Sharma's being waved around. Throw to the plate is not in time. It's a double by Duffy. And Rowan leads 8-0.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 10, Christina Muller.
Sharma scoring all the way from first base. So now Rowan again puts up 2 runs in the 5th inning. And again, the Gotham Knights will have pressure in the bottom of the 5th to try to extend the game. And Muller, with a runner at second base and just 1 out, steps in, hitting .368. However, she's 0 for 2 here. And there's a strike. Yeah, so that's my vent of the day. Like, if you don't like it, move on. Don't watch. That's okay. Nobody's feelings are hurt. But to give it a thumbs down when we're not charging anybody, that's insane. Oh, nearly a check swing there by Muller. It looked like she adjusted mid-swing and was able to, off the handle of the bat, line it down the right field line. She's going to go for an inside the park homer. She's going to get it standing. What speed by Muller. It's an inside the park homer down the right field line, adjusting her grip mid at bat. What a beautiful piece of hitting by Muller.
Now batting for Rowan is number 28, Jen Lawson.
We're going to have a pinch hitter here for Shannon. It'll be number 28, Jen Lawson, a freshman out of Monroe, New York. She's the only player from New York State on the roster, Monroe Woodbury High School. And she pinch hits here for a really solid player in Anderson. I'm always impressed by Carly Anderson, and she still has another year to play. 1 ball count. It's called strike. Foul back towards us. For the record, I've never thought about actually charging for these broadcasts. If we could definitely upgrade the equipment. You know, there is right now a 1-camera setup. I would love long-term, as that is deposited into left field. Pinch hit for Lawson. That is her first career base hit. So Jen Lawson is able to stay with that 1-2 pitch. and single to left for her first collegiate hit.
Pinch hitting for Rowan is number 4, Gianna Decker.
So Decker, who had a pinch hit in game number 1, will step in here. Yeah. Dream, though, would be to have a camera in center field, a high-mounted camera if we can have an elevated press box, and maybe a camera down one of the lines. That would be an awesome way to try to cover softball, but obviously to do that takes a pretty big investment. 1 strike here to Decker. I'll do some games on ESPN 3. Do some for college volleyball over in Newark, and my God, 8 camera setup. It's amazing what you can do. And you have those kind of operations coming in to help. Swung on a miss by Decker, so it's a 1-2 count here. Does not offer at that. 2-2. 10-0 Rowan leads. High as well, 3-2. Throw back to first, just to keep Lawson honest. Angela Lakatis is on deck for Rowan. And Decker is able to walk on 6 pitches.
Pinch hitting for Rowan is number 33, Angela
Lakatis. Nina Gina. You're a little bit off on that one.
I didn't see the second A.
33 for 8.
So Lakatis will pinch hit. She's a sophomore left-handed hitter at a Pennsville, New Jersey, Pennsville Memorial, down in Salem County. Give you an update in baseball. The Gotham Knights down 2-0 have bounced back. They now lead 4-2 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. That's on the road in Galloway. So the Knights looking for a split on the road. First time all year NJCU baseball was shut out in game 1, and with the potency of the NJCU baseball offense, NJCU looking for its 15th win of the year, highly unlikely they would get shut out twice. Lawson had a pretty hefty lead at second base, so the throw went to Flores, and she retreated. 2-1 here to Lakatis. Tie, 3-1. Next pitch will be the 100th for Christina Mezzi, who threw over 100 pitches in game 1 and has thrown a lot of softball this week. NJCU played Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, now today. She pitched in all 8 games, started 7 of them, and swung on and missed. And Lakatis is down on strikes. So Mackus will step in for one in this game with a hit by pitch, a sac fly, and 2 RBIs. And the first pitch is low. That's high. And on the throwing error, everyone advances. So on the throwing error, now runners that, well, one runner moves up, Lawson moves up, Decker had to stay put. 3-1 count here to Mac. She's already homered today. Rowan has a 10-0. That's fouled back towards us. And once again, if this lead does hold up, Rowan will win both these games in 5 innings. And the way that Lauren Shannon has just been mowing down batters this game, Gothic United can be hard-pressed to put up 3 runs in the next inning to try to extend this game. And as lined into the gap in left center, Lawson scores. The lead now is 11. Decker will hold up at third after the double by Mackus. And we're going to have another pinch hitter here. It'll be Madison Petrosky. She's a freshman out of Sicklerville, New Jersey, Timber Creek Regional High School. So Gerard, who had been playing a fine third base, is pinch hit here for is Rowan, up by 11, giving much of its reserves a chance to get in this contest, and they've been productive when they get in. It shows the depth of this Rowan squad, and my God, they have so much potential. Bunt is dropped down. Mezzi throws on to first, and the inning comes to a close. So a 1-3 ground out on the bunt. Mackus and Decker left in scoring position, but Rowan puts up 5 runs on 6 hits. There's an error, 2 left on base. NJCU will have last chance coming up in the 5th. We have a new pitcher here for Rowan as I went out to talk to
Now
The umpire to try to figure out all the changes for Rowan.
Melissa Mendoza.
And it's Nino as a 1-3 ground out. So Benakista on an 0-1 ground out here. Rizzo the pitcher makes the first out for Mendoza now. The right fielder hitting .214. So Shannon will win this game if this score holds up. And Rowan will win 9 a year. Rizzo, by the way, completed game 1 this doubleheader. Rowan, 2 years removed from its last NJAC championship in 2016. Rowan has won 7. Changed their name from Glassboro State and 1 as Glassboro State. So 8 overall since 1985. Them and TC&J have pretty much dominated in terms of the conference titles since NJAC officially sponsored the sport in 1985. They also have a title as the Jersey Athletic Conference back in 1983. And cut on and miss. Mendoza's down on strikes.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 11.
As the 9th strikeout for Rowan pitching. 8 for Shannon, now 1 for Rizzo. And the last chance for NJCU here will be Kayla Clark. And Clark, little popper towards second base, coming in and making the catch to end the game is Sharma. And Rowan is victorious by a score of 11-0 in 5 innings. And we will announce it to the crowd. In the 5th inning, no runs, no hit, nobody on base. Rowan, 11 runs, 14 hits, and no errors. NJCU, no runs, 2 hits, and 1 error. With the win today, Rowan improves to 19-6-1 in the year. They are 5-3 in the NJAC. The next action for the Gothic Knights softball team will be on Tuesday at 3 p.m. when they take on Montclair State. That game in Little Falls, New Jersey. And the next home game for the Gothic Knights will be a doubleheader on Thursday, April 19th, 3 o'clock, when they host the Bloodhounds of John Jay College right here at the Garrity Complex in non-conference action. Thank you for attending today's doubleheader, and please arrive home safely. So that'll do it here in Jersey City. Rowan with 4 runs in the first, 2 runs in the second, and 5 in the 5th to put the game away. And statistically, Anderson was 2 for 3 with a double and 2 runs scored. Mackes had 3 RBIs with a double, 1 for 2 with a run scored. Sharma was 2 for 3 with a run scored. Duffy had a pinch hit double to drive in 2. And Lombardo didn't drive in a run, but she scored twice and went 2 for 3. Smith was also 2 for 2 with a run scored. So good offense all around. But the pitching was the story. Shannon, 4 innings, allowed 2 hits, struck out 8 of the 14 batters she faced before Rizzo finished it off here in the 9th. On behalf of everyone at NJCU Athletics, we thank you for watching today's broadcast of NJCU softball on Gothic Vision. Rachel McIntyre on graphics for us today. Gene Campbell on the camera. Nina Carbonero on the PA. And I'm Ira Thor. Thanks for watching, and we hope to talk to you again soon for more NJCU sports here on Gothic Vision.